Hey everybody, it's Bruce here with a short video. Actually, this was a request video. I believe we covered it in class, but I think it warrants a video. So I'm going to just turn off my mini map here. And let's talk about duplicate IDs, okay? Let's say you have a form, and this is just a really simple form. And let's say I try to enter the customer ID of 100. Okay, so check this out. Let's go to the database table that I created. Okay, and if I go to browse, right, if I click on browse, you can see here that 100 is here already. So it's 200, 300, 800, and 900, right? So let's say somebody tried to enter in the ID that was already there. So if I click save, it's saying, I'm sorry, that customer ID is already in our records, right? And if I do like 1200, which is not there, and I click save, it says, yay, I saved record customer ID 1200 for you, right? So how do you deal with this in code, right? How do you check to see if there is a duplicate entry given a key or an index or something like that? So I'm gonna I coded this page, by the way, so let's take a look at it, right? It's just a page with some bootstrap, a single input, and a save button, okay? That's all it is, right? So let's go into Visual Studio Code. Here's my bootstrap stuff. And here is a bunch of code that's gonna check to see if the form has been submitted, right, in PHP. And we'll skip over that for now, okay? We'll just look at the form. Here's the form. And here it is. It's just posting to itself. And I have bootstrap classes for the label and for the input. The input where you enter the information is in fact type number. I gave it a min and a max attribute as well. And I called it using the name attribute customer_ID, right? And of course I have a button. So when the button is pressed, right, it's gonna reload the page via PHP, right? And then I'll check to see if we are in fact posting. And then this is stuff that we normally have inside of the db_connect include file, but I just put it here to keep it simple. And then I have a try catch here that's going to try to do these statements here, right? And if in fact there is a problem, it's going to catch what we call a PDO exception, okay? A PDO exception. So this PDO exception stuff is built into PHP. It knows how to handle things that may go wrong when you perform a PDO operation. So I'm going to try to do this stuff here. I'm going to build an SQL statement, insert into demo, that's the name of the table that I created, customer ID, that's it, where the values are going to be the customer ID placeholder, okay? Remember, prepared statements, name parameters, right? I'm then going to prepare my SQL and store that in a variable called $stmt. You can call it anything you want. I'm then going to execute that prepared statement, and I'm going to pass in an associative array for the one and only name parameter customer_ID. I'm going to get that customer ID from the form, and then I'm just going to get a row count back. Okay, actually I don't even need the row count here, so I'm going to take that out. I don't need it. Actually, I'm just going to comment it out. I was experimenting before I recorded this video. So if nothing goes wrong, right, we're not going to throw an exception, we're not going to catch anything, and I'm just going to echo out a bootstrap division with the alert and alert success class. Boom, we saved that number for you. However, if in fact there is an exception, so the way this works is we're saying PDO exception $E. So what happens here is this gets the error object that this PDO exception creates, okay? So $E is going to contain a whole bunch of information. And $E has a property called error info, and in position 1 of that array, there's a value. And that value for duplicate IDs, right, is 1062. You can go look it up, okay? You can go Google that and say PDO error 1062, and you'll see that right here. So if in fact it was 1062, I'm going to echo out a division with an alert warning class and tell the person that I'm sorry, that customer ID is already in use. All right. So this is how you use the try catch, and if you remember try except when you learned initially in Python, this is how it works. And I'll just demo it one more time, right? Whoops. There's my Mac in the background. So I'll just enter 1100 or 1100, save. That's good. I'll go back and enter 100 again, and it tells me that it's already there. I'll enter 200, right? It's already there. I'll enter 900, it's already there. And I'll do 100 or whatever that is, 10,000, right? And boom, there it is. All right, so I will leave the code, right? Especially this try catch block right here. And let me just turn on word wrap so you can see it. Toggle view, toggle word wrap. I'm working on a virtual machine and the keys are a little bit different. I would use my keyboard. So there you go. I'll leave that right there so you can hit pause right now. Did you do it? All right, you clicked pause, and there is the try catch block to catch a duplicate ID. Thanks for watching, and thanks to that person who asked for this video. Take care.